Hello world, Way of Time here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. So in this episode, we're actually going to not work on coding. Hooray! So I've been coding quite a bit recently, and I'm getting sick of it. You're probably getting sick of it. Sorry, there's no probably in that case. And I think it's best to move on to more interesting things. So we're going to be working on some analog circuitry. So right now I've got 6 managers and I have the necessary materials rather to make a few more, as well as making 8 solar panels. Now we're going to be doing some very interesting circuits today. Now, someone on the forum suggested something that I find kind of interesting. Now, many people use the Tier 5 soul shards as, basically pure experience farms. And he suggested actually using their renewable resources for a bunch of, fun stuff and make some sort of system that'll be able to craft, say, a bunch of managers using all of that renewable material. Now, obviously, some stuff is not going to be possible to make with just using all the renewable material. So there needs to be some sort of input of, say, nickelite, silver, etc. to make sure that everything's done. But the point being, one can take a bunch of useless items such as, relatively ender pearls, and convert them into much more useful stuff, and thus not have to continually go to the project table and make, say, all the sorting machines that you need in a given task. So there are a bunch of renewable machines that we are going to have to create, and one of the things that I'm actually kind of needing right now is a cobblestone generator, since we are leaking. Yes, we are leaking. We are kind of yearning for a bit more cobblestone. Now, most of this can be handled with logistics pipes. I know that. I'm going to go on the record saying that logistics pipes is going to be a lot easier. However, that easiness also makes it not as fun, and thus we're going to try to make it a little more fun. So one of the first things we're going to do is just mimic Shadow Dragon's, I believe, cobblestone generator design, and I'm not entirely sure on all the stuff that's required for it. I know that it's going to require a block breaker, as any cobble gen needs. So as such, we're going to need to quickly create that cobble gen part. So block breaker and redstone. I wonder where all my redstone is. So, on a quick note of the redstone and all the resources we have, both of the quarries have finished. We got quite a bit of gold, not too much really, and more than enough iron, that is for sure. But for some reason, we almost have 2 full stacks of diamonds. I have no idea how it found so many diamonds in that, and it's still, piling in the iron. We got 50 stacks of iron and a lot of redstone. We really need to put mag tubes in there to make it a little more effective. Anyway, so there are a few things that we need to do. First off, let's get that cobblestone generator and figure out some, good method of storage to get it. Let's see, we need some wires, covers, etc., and that redstone that I actually neglected to make use of. So, we'll probably make this room over here all of our red power energy generation, and also our general factory stuff. So our cobblestone generator will be in this corner, and I'll craft a sickle later to clear all the not glass, I said it right the first time, grass. And once we get enough cobblestone, we'll fill in this area with actual bricks. So, cobblestone generator. We need to have water, which I believe he has it like this. If you want his actual design, it's probably best if you actually go to his page for it, because I might be butchering it quite a bit, but no matter. So let's see. There will be lava here, water there, and the block breaker will need to go, I say, here, and it needs to get water. So first off, not water, it needs to have the redstone signal. First off, we need to put our redstone torch down, and the lava will go here, the water will intersect, and the cobblestone will be made here, and redstone is transmitted through here. Now, the beauty of this is that it can then be wired through by actually using a red alloy wire, and we can then just bring it to the block breaker over here. So let's take our energy pack and get some of those wires. Now, let's talk a bit while we're going through this, once we get the cobblestone. There are a few things we can automatically make. We can make some sort of tree farm without the fertilizer, so just a standard piston tree farm. I can probably cook up that circuit very quickly. In fact, I can just pull the one from my Dragon's Durance Let's Play. It works very effectively, and it shouldn't be too bad. What am I looking for? Yes, wires. So I can pull that, and we should be better off for it. Or I can probably get a little fancier than that. So red alloy wires. We'll need to route to our block breaker, like so. And it'll basically should get a redstone signal by having this transmute through. Now that doesn't actually transmute through, so we need some sort of skullduggery like so. And that's how I remember his working. Now, it might have changed, because the tutorial I saw was a little old, so it might have changed somewhat. I'm not too sure how it would have, but we'd pretty much have to cover that little bit of redstone and then we would be good. I'm just going to play around with this and see if we can get something a little more solid. Well, it's not like it matters too much, seeing it and everything, so just let's put it all and we can rectify it if there's any need to in the future. So cobblestone generator, this is completely clockless, and here's pretty much hoping that we don't make a complete fool of ourselves and do something incredibly stupid, such as running into the lava. So we'll have this going, and we're going to need to have a chest that will pretty much be a source of all the cobblestone. So just a simple chest. It'd probably be a good idea to have everything in this location. See, I wouldn't have to make so many chests either. Simple stuff that I could do. La 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 la. Okay, so let's put the chest output, and then we'll have a source for all of the cobblestone that we need. And it'll keep on going until this chest is full, so we don't need to worry about that. So one of the first things we can do with all of this fun stuff is make a blue electric furnace, and then we'll be able to tie everything in. So let's try to make some sort of compact module that will automatically smelt some cobblestone to a certain quantity of smooth stone. So this is a bit jammed right now. It should unjam itself eventually. That was a self-unjamming signal thing. Guess it's not, so it might just be sucky. I'll probably look online for a solution for that. But anyways, let's move onwards. We got, a stalling thing of that, and we got this to pretty much say get all the cobblestone that we will need. So this will want to keep all the cobblestone we can in the system, and this will pretty much be a tube that will go throughout and connect to all the machines that will perhaps or perchance request all the cobblestone. So let's see. Just in case, we'll have it set so that we can change it to mag tubes in the future just by changing it over 1. And then our first system will be our automatic smooth stone. So for this, we need to have a certain amount of all of the fun stuff. And let's see, let's turn this around so that it's the appropriate location. And it did jam, so I'm going to look online if there's anything a bit better than this. So that's not really what we should be focusing on right now. So let's get our blue electric furnace, and what this manager is going to do is constantly supply this furnace with 64 cobblestone. Like so, and we'll want exactly 64 and priority number 1 so that it'll automatically pull it from that manager. Now obviously we are going to need some power, so temporarily what we'll do is link all the power reserves together, like so. And let's see, that did pull the stuff out, or rather it's attempting to pull the stuff out. It's probably, yeah, just sucking all the energy, and it's like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? Also, the blue electric furnace is going to take stuff. So now that everything is powered, we are getting the cobblestone to go into it, and we're getting smooth stone as a result. Now, because of that, it's going to put the extra stuff in here. Now, this blue electric furnace might need a bit more of a boost than what it has right now, but let's just leave it to stabilize itself, and this hasn't run into problems yet, so I think we're good so far. Yeah, I think that's good. So, now that we have that running its course, we can get a sorting machine, and this sorting machine will just act as a polar outer. Let's get all the sorting machines. I want all of the sorting machines. Mwahaha. Okay, getting a little creepy. So this will pull out all the cobblestone. And this is a very messy process, so it's going to take until this thing, pull out the smooth stone. So it's going to take until that is done before it gets anything. So as a precaution, since we're going to want this to be rather modular, yeah, I think that's the word, we'll want it so that we'll have an iron chest at the top. So, like that. And we'll be able to edit this if need be in the future, but I digress. So, let's put a manager on this chest right here and a manager on this chest right here. Turn that around, turn this around as well, and put a sorting machine on this chest, rather on this furnace. So it's going to take a bit of time before the entire thing stabilizes, because we only really have 8 solar panels powering the entire contraption. But in the meantime, let's put tubes here, and then try to explain what the heck is happening. So this sorting machine is going to pull out all of the smooth stone from this furnace when it is done, and it's going to put it into this location. And we're only going to want some amount of smooth stone. So it'd probably be prudent to take some of the cobblestone that we have, turn it into smooth stone manually, so that we get some stuff stocking up into our chest and whatnot. Now that I think of it, there's a bit of an order of precedence that we have to worry about, but I think I'll focus on that once we get the basic design going. So smooth stone, we'll need to set in this manager. So we want all of the smooth stone. So it'll take the smooth stone, and we want all of it. So all the smooth stone that will be in here, we'll at least get it into there. And this, unfortunately, is set to not want any smooth stone whatsoever. So we'll put all of the smooth stone in this one as well, and then that will be good. So this will stock the chest with smooth stone, and this will release the smooth stone onto the world. And somehow that is... Did that even work? No, that's... I don't even know why it attempted to go up there, seeing as it's not wanted. You are not wanted, therefore do not come here. I don't know, something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it'd be saying. It might unjam itself. I'm not sure. I'm gonna let it see if it unjams itself. If it doesn't, then it's a problem. Now that I think of it, let's actually institute our mag tubes right now so that we can, well, speed things up a bit. So mag tubes are going to require accelerators, and it's going to require all of this stuff. So obsidian, glass, and this copper wire is needed for the mag tubes, and then that's just the tube part of the mag tubes. We must have some glass down here, do we? Yes, we do. Let's get a stack. And another thing that we're going to need is obsidian for the accelerator. Each and every single output and input is going to need an accelerator to be added to it so that it's going to allow it to interact with the magtube system. Because if there weren't accelerators for the magtubes, what would be the point of the entire system? So, let's grab the obsidian from the igneous extruder and then teleport over there with our things already crafted. Hooray! So here we have a stack of mag tubes and 10 accelerators. I think that will be enough for the system, though I could be wrong on that. So let's take this, and it's now jettisoning all the cobblestone for some reason, and put the accelerator there, and we're going to need an accelerator here in the correct orientation, please. I don't even see why that happened. Okay, like that. I kind of do. And magtube. Is there any way to correct that graphical glitch? Then again, it's only a graphical glitch, so we don't need to worry too much. So 64 cobblestone, and we should set this thing up now so that it's only wanting a stack of cobblestone. So only a stack will be in this system, and it won't pull anything else. Rather, it will be jammed in this part, and it'll be okay. Now one more, and then this will complete the assembly. So let's make this a little more pretty, and that power fluctuation is probably going to, hey, I didn't say to do that. That probably is going to go for a little while until everything else is hunky-dory. We can probably fix that a bit by adding some more of these solar panels, but I digress. Are you going to fix yourself? Probably not. So I'll just leave that be and also throw some of the cobblestone in here. And as you can see, it's just going to be very fast in it, well, relatively speaking. And make sure that this is, well, full. Now there's probably a better way for this to work. Now this is set to only want one cobblestone, and this is set to want, that's set for all the cobblestone, and this is set for 64. So we'll have to wait. Maybe it is equalized and there isn't enough power. So I'm going to craft 8 more solar panels and then be right back. Okay, that seems to have solved the power fluctuation that has happened. Now there must be, yeah, there's going to be some easier way, or rather some better way to fix that. Then again, it might just be sending one stuff, and this is jammed with cobblestone anyway, so we won't worry. This is showing that it's satiated, and it's going, and this will only stop once it reaches all 64 smooth stone that it's going to need, and this is going to release, set it so that it's only wanting, or rather, yeah, it's wanting all the smooth stone, so set it to that and we'll be okay. So obviously this is modular in the sense that if we set another assembly similar to it like so, we'll be able to have it go out and automatically either smelt or, depending on what it is, craft other stuff. So probably putting an alloy furnace here will make it a bit different. Now is this... No, it cannot be screwed into place, so just going to have to hop up and down for that to happen. So what I think we should do is see if we can easily work it with an alloy furnace and have some sort of input chest that'll just let everything out. Now we'll need to have another manager, I'm sure. So let's put manager, because that's going to be how it is. And we'll have one sorting machine again. And we'll need to put the other manager here, a chest, and alloy furnace. I'll put the alloy furnace here and set it so that we can make red alloy. This will consume the redstone and iron. And once that's done, we can focus on a way to automatically transmute stuff. Well, automatically. Imagine, automatically transmute stuff automatically. Who would have thunk it? So I'm just going to steal this alloy furnace, and then we'll be okay. Might want to steal that battery box to get everything non-fluctuated. And also, let's just put these in here, and where is my manager? There, so 1, 2, and there must be here. So this, and we got our other manager. So manager, we got our regular tubes, and iron, and stuff to start the process. In fact, we're going to need another manager, so let me make that. Okay, now that we have our alloy furnace, we'll be able to hook it up very promptly. So put it here, it should be at the right side. And we will need a manager here, as well as we can either have this chest, or now that I think of it, it'd probably be a very good idea to upgrade it right away to an iron chest, even though it doesn't really matter too much. So like that, and right here, put it, it's like this. Good. Okay, so for this one, we need 2 of these as well, so let's cover these up, and there we go. So now it's set to the proper amount, so automatically pull stuff out like so. Has this jammed up yet? Yes, it has, because this has gotten its 64 stone, so it can continue working. And it seems that we are in good form right now. So what does this one need? This is going to constantly request 64 redstone, so let's get more redstone. Going to constantly request 64 redstone, and it will be at we need this much redstone, and this is set to any, and this will set as not any. We need a precise amount, and another precise amount will be 16 iron. The reason we're using iron instead of copper is once we get a good Enderman farm going, it'll be all the much better. Now that I think of it, it'd probably be a good idea to have some sort of age with a bunch of farms going in it. It'll make things a lot easier. So say you have an Enderman farm, one of Shadow Dragon's Enderman farms, that'll probably be good. So we got that, and what this is going to need is the red alloy once we have that figured out. So let's see, let's put this in a bit. We'll have it like so, and we're going to need an accelerator, and unfortunately this wouldn't have any sort of energy, so maybe we should put the accelerator like so instead. No, wait, yes, like so. No, that won't even do anything. Derp. Let me think about that. It doesn't matter. See how lackadaisical I can be. Okay, and we need to have some sort of energy over here at anyways. So probably temporarily, no, we can probably, let me make some wires. Magical, magical wires going, winding all the way. Magical, magical wires, winding all the way. Yeah, okay, I have no idea what the heck that was, but oh well. So set this to have nothing, so we don't want really anything for this. It's going to pretty much be our base buffer chest, in the sense that we can just throw in our iron and redstone and it'll be requested and go into the appropriate areas. Is this going into the right areas? No, it isn't. So our alloy furnace is probably oriented in the wrong way. That might explain it. So, unfortunately, I experienced some almost world-eating bug on my layer, so I had to replace all the managers. So when I destroyed the alloy furnace, it decided, I don't like how I am being asked to do stuff, such as, well, the manager. The manager was trying to shove blocks in. Oh my gosh, what the hell? What the hell? Is that really a creeper? Yes, what the heck is a creeper doing here? That is, I do not like that. I do not like that at all. So I did hop into NEI mode because, okay, maybe there's some sort of odd V's effects right now. Let's see, goggles. There it is. Let's get that. No, just that a creeper decided to randomly pop in and say, "Hi, I am going to eat your brains." Okay, nope, you are not a zombie. You are not allowed to eat my brains. Thank you very much. Get away. There we go. And that aura node isn't really doing any lightning-y things, so the creeper, I just guess, decided to say hi. So I'm replacing all the managers until I can get everything sorted, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're out of NEI mode, so that means we can throw these extra managers out, and because of my trouble, I am keeping 2 of them. Well, 1 extra, really. So, placing that wasn't a good idea, so our blue electric furnace doesn't accept any of the items the same way, though it should be able to accept it from the left easily enough. I'm not sure what's not allowing it to do so. Maybe there's some sort of inconveniences that it has bestowed, but we're going to have to break the manager instead if we're going to want to ever find out about any of the such inconveniences. So let's attach it as before and put in, not that, 1 little bit of iron as a sacrificial offering. And we'll have this attached to a chest, which will need to be here. Please. Thank you. You're too kind. So, this wants 1 iron, and that's all it should be able to do. So it'll go in, and it's not accepting it because of some sort of archaic ritual that it has decided to do. So maybe it is actually on the top that it needs to be on for this to work. So let's put it down. There we go. And put this here instead. And if it's on the top, it means we'll have to slightly redesign our model. Like so. So this will output, this will request only 1 iron, and 1 iron you shall get. Hopefully this will work and it'll go into the alloy furnace. It does. So the blue electric alloy furnace actually requests stuff so that it can go into the top. And that probably means that it still requires stuff to be taken out of the bottom. So then that's going to be a bit of an annoyance since currently this is not set up for such an operation. So we'll have to take this apart and figure out how we're going to change it so that it actually works. And this Heineken, yeah, Heineken, I said it right, woohoo! First time I actually said something right the first time. Well, not the first time. Anyways, so we need to request items in from the top, and items need to be taken out and put into the buffer from the side. So a slight change of pace, meaning that will go there, still requesting energy from the entire system, etc. But the manager is going to have to go differently, in the sense that, let's try this. So stuff we'll want in the top. Good. We'll have the sorting machine pulling out and maybe have the buffer chest at the bottom instead. Though that kind of looks horrible. One moment. Let's try to think about this. Yeah, there's no real easy way to go about this, so we are going to need to have these tubes go out at a bit of an odd point. So if we have the machine here instead, so let's get this again. Machine here, and this will be the item putter, and this will take out. Rather, we need the sorting machine to take the stuff out so it's not as bad. There we go, and it took the stuff out of the cobblestone thing. Dang it. I kind of want that. And it probably took all of it out because it's such an idiotic thing. So, hoping it doesn't take anything else out. There we go. That's attached, that's attached. We're probably going to need some tubes to make sure that it doesn't attach to anything else. Too archaic, but pretty much, sorry, covers. Let's put this here, and this will go up and probably go into another chest, which will go here. And this will manage everything. So let's put a tube here and manage like so. Thus, we'll need our covers. And why do you keep on changing locations? I probably asked you to change locations, but all the same, it is still annoying. So, manage, please, thank you. And then finally, the output manager will be on the top, being a little obtrusive. Thank you. No, you're too kind. And thus, we'll need to have the stuff out like so. Power will finally be shared between that. And we'll need mag tubes here and here. And finally, to complete the set here. That looks ugly. That looks really ugly. I cannot lie in that regards. That just looks so ugly. Maybe if we turn it upside down, though we can't really turn it upside down due to that mess. So, we need our redstone. So, then again, I lost a stack of redstone due to that. And I am a bit short on redstone. We actually lost 2 stacks. So, let's just go into that. I know, cheaty pants, shame on me. But it is kind of fair. So, we need this to have a stack of redstone. And we will need to have our good old-fashioned iron ingots there. So that'll request that, and it'll go in. The sorting machine will constantly pull, and then this manager will need to accept the stuff. So in the meantime, we'll just put that so that it can relay the power. We'll put an actual wire there instead eventually, but then this is going to need to basically have however many redstone we need. Then again, if we move that there, no. I'll probably think about that after a bit more work, but oh well. So, let's get this out of the way. And we're going to need to place our other one here with our chest in our inventory here, like so. And we got our redstone, and we got everything else. So, let's put our redstone in here. And our iron, it'll go into the appropriate location and then get alloyed up. It'll get sent out of the sorting machine. We're going to need to take something out of that. So let's see. We'll get that alloy. Good. And we'll put it so that for now it'll constantly request the item. And as such, this will go as for a perfect amount. This will go for a perfect amount. For now, we're still going to need some more redstone and iron. So let's get some of that and then finish this system, at least for now. The fun part will be for the auto transmutation to a certain quantity, though we'll talk about that later. Of course, I had to refill the dang managers, so now we have to restock our supply of all the goodies. Oh, don't go into here. Please don't go into there. You're not going into there? Good. So, our manager is getting restocked. We're going to have to make another manager, once again, to that world-eating bug. So, I'm actually on a net loss of 1 manager, considering everything that has occurred. This cobblestone gen, probably the cover on the top was the thing that was not allowing it to reset. So this is working as well as I can hope it to do. So let's go throw a bunch of that stuff in and it'll automatically make the stuff. we'll finally get all of the crunchy red alloy, and it should automatically make it, and we'll be able to have a good reserve of our red alloy ingots. Now also, I think it'd be a good idea to bump up our reservoir for this, so constantly stock a bit more than that amount that we have. Now this thing seems like we are on a bit of an idiosyncrasy here, so it might mean we need to make another manager, unfortunately, to unclog the jam. Because if we just break that... Wafers? 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 How the heck did we get wafers? I probably know how, but still, that's a little much. So this system will continue onwards, and hopefully we don't run out of any sort of power. We will probably make a lot of the the blue electric solar panels, and just ring this entire building, or at least future building, with all the solar panels that we will need. And also, I'm thinking that this contraption, I'll try to devise some sort of method to make it look a little more sane, and then we'll see how that goes. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Stupid machine, making me do all that stupid stuff. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.